All right, today we're breaking down the ultimate blueprint for hiring AI talent. Look, it's a complicated world out there, and if you want to build a future, you absolutely need the right people. So let's get you the plan to find them.
So let me ask you, are you thinking about hiring an AI developer? It doesn't matter if it's for machine learning, NLP, or that next big thing in generative AI. If you are, you're in exactly the right place. And trust me, you are not alone.
And that's really the heart of the problem, isn't it? From healthcare to finance, every industry is scrambling to get AI into their workflow. Demand is just exploding. The issue? The supply of genuinely qualified, experienced developers, well, it just can't keep up. It's a classic squeeze. And the stakes here are just incredibly high. A bad hire in this field, it's not just a little oops. It can absolutely torch your budget, waste months, sometimes years of your time, and just completely derail a critical project. Getting this right from the start is, well, it's everything.
Okay, first step, the AI hiring challenge. Let's really dig into why this has become one of the single toughest things for any company to do right now.
So the core problem is this massive talent gap, right? It's like this giant chasm between what companies need and who's actually available. And you know what the bridge across that chasm is built with? Real-world, hands-on project experience. That's the gold standard everyone is looking for. And that leads us to your very first big decision. You gotta choose the right hiring model for your strategy. This is foundational.
Okay, pay close attention because this table is crucial. You've basically got three main paths. Path one, do you need someone for the long haul, someone deeply plugged into your company's mission? Then you go in-house, but just know it's going to be slower and more expensive. Path two, do you just need to move fast on a very specific task or prototype? That's where a freelancer is perfect, total flexibility. Or path three, do you need a whole managed end-to-end solution from a team that's already been vetted? That's what outsourcing is for. The right choice here really, truly depends on your budget, your timeline, and your ultimate goals. So once you've picked your model, it's time to pull out the vetting playbook. How do you actually find someone who can deliver, not just talk a good game? I want you to think about vetting like a funnel. You start with a wide pool of candidates at the top. The first filter is technical skills. Do they actually know Python or PyTorch? The next filter, and this is a big one, is their portfolio. Are they showing you real deployed solutions or just school projects? And then the final, most important filter at the very bottom of that funnel, the pilot project. Giving them a small trial task is the absolute best way to see who's the real deal. And this quote just hits the nail on the head. It cuts through all the noise. At the end of the day, can this person build something that actually works and solves a real problem for you? That is what matters more than anything else. All right, so we know what to look for. Now let's talk about what to avoid. Think of this next part as your hazard map, a guide to all the common traps that can sink your AI project before it even gets going. The first mistake, and honestly probably the biggest one, is this: hunting for a unicorn. We've all heard this term, right? Well, in AI hiring, it is a seriously dangerous myth to chase. So what is a unicorn? Well, it's this mythical developer who is somehow an expert in everything. They've mastered natural language processing, computer vision, and MLOps, actually getting the models out into the real world, all in one person. But here's the reality check. A person like that is so rare, they might as well not exist. So the key takeaway is this. Instead of hunting for one person to do everything, get crystal clear about the one or two areas where you really, truly need that deep expertise. Focus your search there. Okay, on to our second big pitfall. Take a good look at this number, 20 to 40%. Any guesses what that represents? This, my friends, is the silent budget killer in pretty much every AI project. This is the percentage of hidden overhead costs that so many companies completely forget to budget for. We're talking about things like powerful GPU infrastructure, expensive software licenses, ongoing training for your team. It all adds up, and it goes way beyond just a base salary. If you under-budget here, you are setting yourself up to fail. Okay, let's pull all of this together. Here it is, your 6-step action plan. This is a clear, simple workflow to get this right. This is the whole journey, right here on one slide. Just follow these steps. 1. Define your project scope before you even start looking. 2. Decide your hiring model and set a realistic budget, including those hidden costs we talked about. 3. Shortlist your candidates based on their portfolios, not just their resumes. 4. Interview and test them with practical, real-world tasks. 5.
Always, and I mean always, run a small pilot project. And 6, once you've hired them, onboard them properly with a clear plan for success. It's a structured path to building an amazing team. So there you have it. The strategic blueprint is ready. It's in your hands. You now have the framework to go out there and build a world-class AI team. So the only question left is, what are you going to build?